So, in last class we saw about robotics and robot. Okay. So, what is meant by robotics? What is meant by robot? And what will be the difference between them? Okay. So, what is robotics? Robotics is basically a engineering science. Okay. It's like a engineering science. So, from the engineering science, people start to develop a application based product. So, that is called robot. Okay, and in fact, we saw uh, more than one definition for robotics. Similarly, for robot also. Fine. So, like that, here we will try to see today about the laws of robotics. What are the different laws of robotics? There are four laws, namely zeroth law, first law, second law, third law. Fine, like that. Now, if we want to talk about more detail about the law, we can refer this Word document. So, where I mentioned a little bit, that means I expanded these points with some more description. Okay. So, to follow some ethics, okay, we have to prepare any system, okay, under some standard conditions. Under some standard conditions. So, that is very important. So, here I am showing the laws for robot. Okay, like that each and every product. For example, if you are manufacturing air conditioning system, then what are the basic law for the air conditioning system? Okay, so for each and every product, there should be some laws. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, like there are four law I mentioned. Okay, so one is called zeroth law. So what they're telling there? Okay, a robot may not injure humanity. Okay, or through inaction allow human to come to harm. Okay, like that. So that means what? For example, not only injury, sometimes nowadays uh, the people are trying to replace the human by the robot. Okay, your target should not be like that. Robot should be used to, okay, robot should use it to help the human. Okay, help the human. But it should not create problem to human. So that is very, very important. Okay. So according to this one, okay, so what they are telling, okay, a robot may not injure humanity. Okay, humanity means the whole society. They are talking about the society. Okay, then for example, through inaction, it means what? Something problem is coming to the humanity, but robot is simply looking it. It's not taking any action. Then also it will create problem to human being. So that they are telling. Okay. Allow humanity, that means through inaction, allow humanity to come to harm. There should not be harm to human beings. Okay. For example, not only human beings, if you are using the robot to protect animals, then it has to take care of the animals also. Isn't it? So that's that thing. Okay. So that's the things have been explained here. Okay. Then what about the first law? The first law what they're telling, robot may not injure a human being. In first law, in the zeroth law, we are talking about the humanity. Now we are talking about the human being. Okay. In zeroth law, we are talking about a society. Here we are talking about personally. Okay. Like that. Okay. So robot may not injure a human being. Oh, sorry. I did mistake, is it? Zeroth law is the robot may not injure humanity. Okay. But in the first law, what is that? A robot may not injure human being. First one is the humanity. That means the zeroth law is the humanity. Here it is human. Okay. So the thing will be same. Then what is okay? Second law. By number it is the third law. Okay. By order it is second law. Okay. A robot must obey the orders given it by human beings. For example, if I say, I am telling the robot, please bring that chair. The robot has to bring that chair. Now, if I say, robot, please kill him, then robot should not obey it. So, robot should know, okay, whether the work hurt human being or not. Okay, so that's the thing that you might have realized in the movie. Okay, in the Rajini movie, robot movie. Okay, so they used to cancel the license of the robot. Why means you know the reason. Okay, like that. Okay, so robot must obey the orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with a higher order law. So that means if it is conflict with the zero order and first order, okay, then it should not follow that order. Okay, so that is a very important, like that. Okay, so like that, when you talk about the last law, that is the third law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with a higher order law. For example, a robot is doing work, so battery is getting discharged. Then what will happen? It has to go its own and get charged. Okay, or it has to give some alert to the user. Please recharge me. Like that, there should be some alert. Okay, so if it's not taking charge battery, okay, or it is not giving any alert, then what will happen? Automatically, there will not be an electrical power, then there is no use of the robot. Isn't? So this four law, okay, should be that, okay, then only, okay, a robot can be allowed to work in industry. Okay, like that. Fine. So any doubt on the law? Okay, no doubt. Or like that, okay. These are the four laws. Now, somebody want to develop, somebody want to develop robot. What are the points? What are the okay points? Okay, trigger them. Okay, what points trigger them to develop the robot? In starting, people start to work on the robot, industrial robot. Okay, based on what points? So like that, improved quality of products. Okay, so sometimes we may see, okay, it is made by machine. So if you made by machine, there will not be any, okay, error in that one product. So like that, okay. So people are telling it is made from Japan. When you try to buy something, sometimes they tell it's made, They are made from the Japan. It means what? They are using some machinery. It's more accuracy. Isn't like that? Is a meaning. Isn't like that? Improved quality of products require lesser preparation, lower rejects and less waste. In starting itself, we talked about it. Okay. Higher flexibility. It can work in night also. Then no need of skilled labor. No need of skilled labor. For example, you might have seen nowadays the door which is comes with the wooden door which comes. Okay. Okay. They are having more what I say hard work. Then you might have seen they are using as a main door in that big building. So the main door which comes, okay, with the wooden, okay. So the boards are the doors are having more hearts. So they are basically made by the machines. Okay, CNC machine. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so without at least once you even if you're having drawing, you can convert into CNC machine program, and if you give it, so the same drawing you will get in the door, in the wood. Okay, in the wooden door, like that. Okay, more demand on jobs and production of products. Okay, so that means wherever you want more demand, there also we can try to use the robots. Okay, any any doubt on this? Okay, now let us see the history or okay evolution of robotics. Fine. So basically there are four types of generation. In fact, you also get in this laptop also. Fifth generation, sixth generation, seventh generation, like that. Okay. So like that, here we are trying to see four generation of robots. Okay. Four generation of robots.